All right, enough of that. Enough of that. Those who went to the party. Welcome to the Lake Houston Rotary. My name is Roger Brown, and I serve as the club president this year, and it's an honor and privilege to do that. And we begin each meeting with a prayer and then the pledge. And so, Dr. Moore, would you lead us in the prayer?
Please join me in prayer. Our Father, we thank you for the beautiful day we have today, Lord, and thank you for being a part of Rotary, a special group of do-gooders that do good right here at home and around the world. We thank you for the privilege of being a part of this organization. Help us to continue to be good Rotarians. Help us to be mindful that doing good is always the right thing to do. Bless the food now for nourishing our bodies and give us thankful hearts. We ask the Christ. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one indivisible.
All right, thank you all so much. Okay, Jim, do we have any guests? What do you think? Besides our speakers? Don't see any guests today. What now?
From Burgess.
Oh. Visiting Rotarians?
Oh, I guess that's me.
That's you. Introduce yourself.
Rob Burgess with Rob, the East Montgomery County Club. Former member. Long time.
Long-time member here. All right, well, thank you so much for being here. Welcome.
We need a makeup card.
All right, so, we've been doing this year, introducing people that serve on the board, that served on the board, that have been longtime Rotarians and just kind of hearing their Rotary story. And I am really excited to hear the speaker today, her Rotarian story, because I know she is just like the foundation of this club and has been a long time member. And so, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's give it up for Pam.
Thank you very much. So I have been a member for a couple years here, and I've served in a few officer positions, a few volunteer positions, like all of you have. I am a third generation Rotarian. My grandfather was very active in Rotary in Los Angeles, and I have a lot of his awards from years past. And then my dad was involved in Arizona. And then when my job required me to become engaged in the community, it kind of made sense to join Rotary. So we were meeting at the Civic Center at the time, and I jumped in, and the rest is history, so they say. My grandfather, I was raised around Rotarians my whole life, and we would always do these Christmas journeys up to Lake Tahoe, and we always stayed in these elaborate homes, and he'd look at me and he'd say, Pammy, Rotarians take care of Rotarians. And he says, don't you ever forget that. And he used this motto in life to further his career in marketing. And he was in charge of putting Charlie the tuna on the market. He did Calcan dog food. He did Voight red rubber balls, which every school in America uses. So he used Rotary as a networking tool, and that's what I have learned to do by knowing all of you. I know, where I need to plug in if I have a need in my community. And that became very evident to me in my life when my dad passed away. Being that he was in Rotary in Arizona, I didn't have a lot of context there or how to handle that situation for his needs, his last life needs. So I plugged into Rotary, and we use the funeral home, and we use the minister, and we use the transport service to get him back to California where he was from. And every need that I had was met by a Rotarian. And it just reaffirmed my commitment to Rotary. Sorry, I get so.
Fine, thank you so much for sharing. I didn't realize the LA connection there, so, and 3 generations of Rotarians. So for our young guests here, Rotary is an organization that started back in the early 1900s. And it was a group of guys that got together and they just wanted to network, and it's kind of grown from there. There's 1.4 million Rotarians worldwide. And so I always say that if I was in another state or another country or another town and had a problem, the first thing I would ask for is, where's the Rotary Club? Because those are just individuals like this that'll step out and do anything they can to help you. So keep that in mind when you travel. If you're in another country, have an issue, say, I need to see a Rotarian. And they will help you wherever you are. So excited to be able to share that. So thank you, Pam. I was looking forward to that. And so I didn't realize 3 generations. I knew you were a great Rotarian. I just didn't realize it went that deep. All right, let's see announcements. Valerie, do we have any announcements? Valerie has announcements.
Party last week, shame on you.
And I do want to thank.
I'm happy that you're out of character finally though.
It took me a week to come down off that. You know why after concerts, he would go down and just perform with the guys around the piano. It's such a well, I mean, I kept on it all night.
It's a sport, easy sport. So along the lines of Rotary and Rotarians taking care of each other and doing good and all this good stuff, we have an opportunity to explore another country for 5 days and 4 nights at least. I sent out an email yesterday about Guatemala and spoken to many of you individually about it too. So hopefully if you didn't get the email, let me know. If you did and you're interested, please stop me, send me an email. I put my phone number in there, ask questions. But Stan came last month, I guess it's been 2 or 3 weeks now. And he's a fellow Rotarian who moved to Guatemala about 3 or 4 years ago now. He bought a villa and he turned it into a bed and breakfast. So he's been trying to figure out a way to bring tourism down as a form of service for the communities there. So what he's come up with is this really cool itinerary of getting to see the heart of Guatemala, as he says. You get the hot spots of, the colonial history, you get the Mayan ruins, so many cool things. There's a live volcano there still, and then to the service part of it. But the cool thing is you get to go with Rotarians. And I've had the opportunity to travel to different places. And like she says, every city you go to, I don't know if you noticed, but it's welcome to Sonora. There's a Rotary symbol there, and Rotarians, we're like a little secret society almost. And
But not in a bad way.
But not a bad way.
No secret.
But no secret. But anyway, there's something about just that camaraderie and traveling with our friends here and making new friends. So if you're thinking about it, please hurry up, and because it's almost time to put your money where your mouth is. March 9th through the 12th are the days that we're traveling, and that's going to be here in the blink of an eye. So Stan is asking to decide if you want in or not by the 15th. That's 4 days from now. So pressure, we'll lay the pressure on. So anyway, we have a handful of us who are going already. And my little friend right here is one of them. I'm so excited. And so anyway, if you have any questions, let me know.
All right.
Thank you for making me married.
Thanks so much. Dr. Nazareth, anything that you would like to share?
Thank you. This has been, I've anticipated these next 2 weeks for like months now. It is the busiest 2 weeks that we have for service as your service chair. There are going to be 5 events or activities that are going on these next 2 weeks. So by tomorrow morning, I'll put out one more email reminder. The different activities or events that are out there are supporting Sleep in Heavenly Peace with their bed build, but specifically it's their delivery day, helping that and we ensure, especially during this winter time, holiday time, that no kids sleep on the floor. So there is a delivery day opportunity that's out there. I'll put it in your email. This weekend, we have 3 specific events going on with the Society of St. Stephen's, their Christmas basket and gift drive. We have 7 folks signed up on Friday. Only 4, the actual delivery day, are signed up on Saturday. So please do, considering Friday is the day that we organize the basket, Saturday, we give the baskets to those in the community that come to get it. So if you have an availability Saturday morning, 8 to 12, that we do need more to sign up. That's just one of 3 events. The second event is bell ringing at the local Walmart. We have a 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. shift. I broke it up into 3-hour shifts, and there's a sign up genius. We have 2 to 4 signed up in the first shift, second and third shift, which is great. We have 2 doors. It'd be lovely to have at least 2 people at each door. But the 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. shift, we don't have anyone yet signed up. Jim is going to be voluntold to do that shift. Sonia can't. So 5 to 8 p.m., but that is another fun event to engage with the community for the Salvation Army. Simultaneously on that day, wreaths across America, December 14th, are placing up the wreaths. You can participate by purchasing a wreath. So I'll put again the opportunity on how you can purchase a wreath. It's a very important, memorable day. And then the following week, next week, and the information will be via email, but it is supporting HAM with their toy drive event, and we support them specifically on Thursday the 19th with our volunteer day. So I will put a sign up genius so that I can give them a head count.
They do want a head count, yeah.
So that they do want a head count. So if you are thinking about participating, sign up so that I can give them an appropriate count. And I wish you all happy holidays.
All right, thanks so much.
Just in case those are going to be ringing the bell.
Oh, they
do
also
it in
take
the
place of a regular meeting.
Not the one in Humble.
What's that? It's
We do the Walmart in the Cascasita, not the one in Humble, which we used to do for 20 years.
Oh, it's
The one over here.
the bell ringing's in a Tascasita.
The location is on the sign up genius, but it's 66 26 1960 location, which is that one right here. Thank you.
I went to the wrong one.
It's
That's, oh, another thing is that the ham distribution.
next Thursday.
So Thursday, we're
Correct.
having a regular.
No, we
Wednesday.
do not have after today, we will not be back in this room until January the 8th. So it'll be January the 8th. So next Thursday, no meeting next week, will be at Light of the World Church. Thursday, that's a Thursday at noon? Is it around noon? Okay. Is it noon?
It's usually like 11 to 1.
They usually
Okay.
break, yeah, they usually break for lunch at noon, so we need to either work before that or after that, right?
It's like 11 to 1.
Okay, so 11 o'clock. All right,
Michael
we'll get
is.
that to you, but it's supposed to be,
I
yes,
want to talk about.
yes. Here we go.
Please.
Hello, I will be in this room between now and January 7th, at least once or twice. But, I wanted to say thank you so much for the Rotary's outpouring of gift cards that'll be passed along to our community partners at Family Promise of Lake Houston and HAM. What these gift cards do, they not only support families through Christmas, but they support families all year long. I used to say that the $25 Walmart gift card was the currency of Family Promise, and that is true. It's the gift of autonomy to go to the store for somebody who has nothing, to be able to go and pick out their own undergarments or whatever, thing that they need real desperately. At Christmas time, it allows families to go shop for their own children, which is remarkable. So that is what our Angel Tree here at Lake Houston does. And I'm blown away by the gift cards that Lori brought me. So thank you guys so much. And yeah, that's it.
Okay.
I have a handful of them right now.
Yeah. All right, so, I think the Light of the World Church event, what I've heard is that, because we help sponsor that too, in Humble ISD and do toy and gift drives and all that. I think it's 830 students that have been identified in need, something along that line. So, if you get a chance to go over there, it's a great event. And so we had Monday an activity where we took toys for ham and that kind of thing. And so one of the things I shared with the group that was there, is, when I was when they asked me to speak, they said, well, tell something about your life. And I thought, well, I don't have anything to share because personally, I was raised, I had everything I needed. We weren't rich by any means, but food, clothes, shelter, air conditioning, running water, birthdays, Christmas. So I thought, gosh, what can I share? Well, this is when it really hit me, when I was a principal. Because we have what we call free and reduced lunch students. There's a qualification for that where you get lunch and breakfast for free, based upon your family's income. And I was principal of a school that we had a pretty high free and reduced lunch population. But they don't walk around with an F and an R. They just come in, they're students, they have clothes on, and they're just like everybody else. You don't know who's who. But there was one day, our cafeteria was upstairs, and I'm standing there on duty, and this young girl comes up to me and she says, Dr. Brown, my house right there that we can see across the street, she goes, the front door's open. And I said, okay. So I grabbed the assistant principal and the three of us went over to her house. I want to make sure everything was okay. So we go in, and in the living room, all that was there was a chair and a small TV. And we're walking around the house, and we go to her bedroom, and all that was in the bedroom was a mattress on the floor. And that's when it hit me. Oh, God, that's what that means. So to be able to share what we do and the success we've had and the blessings we've had, because that's really what I call them, the blessings, this time of year, because this time of year, Christmas is it's not great for everyone.
It's very stressful for a lot.
Very stressful for a lot of people. And so what we do here in Rotary and throughout this community and the organizations we sponsor through our fundraising that are all trying to impact that, it really makes a difference. So like I even share Sleep in Heavenly Peace. So you come to Houston and they have this large organization. Building beds for people and for kids because they don't have them. I just can't even, I don't know what that's like.
That's a big enough problem that there's a huge organization that serves it.
Yes, you're right. So there's an organization that actually serves that. And so, anyway, that's what we do here. That's part of our mission is to help others. And there's other organizations that do that. But I told him, I said, that memory is burned right up here, walking with that young lady. And then we're supposed to. Yeah, I read okay. I don't know if the wind blew the door open or what. There was no one in the house. Thank God, because look at me, I'm like 5'8", good boots on. Everybody, I'm running out.
It was really great.
No, I can't. So anyway, so you just think about.
You are a runner.
Yeah, I was running. Be the first one out the door. But it's just that, you think about that. So like the FFA, and maybe they'll talk about Friday night and what they're going to be doing here. And so it's just, I love having our students come because, as you know, you're just always amazed after they speak. So, y'all ready? You're probably thinking, okay, this is one from last year, is it preacher? I'm not sure. Like, is he going to keep going? When do we get on stage here? You're on stage. So I would like to introduce the Kingwood High School FFA, and they are going to speak with us today. I don't even know what the topic is. I'm excited to hear it.
Hi, I'm Tamara Seeley. I'm privileged to be one of their advisors. This is our public relations team that did a competition this fall. They've been working on this for a couple of months now. And this year, the public relations team had an audience that they had to target, and it was a service organization. That was all we were given. And the best one that I could think of in the community was you. So that wasn't easy. I was like, okay, I know what we're gonna do, who we're gonna do this for. So we wanted to give you the opportunity to actually see the presentation that they did in the competition. So because it is about you, and we appreciate you guys so much. So so they'll introduce themselves during the presentation, so I'll leave that to them.
Oh, do you want them to have the microphone? Okay.
Good afternoon, Lake Houston Area Rotary Club. Thank you so much for letting us come and speak to your club today. My name is Addison Anthony, and I'm excited to be here with my fellow Kingwood FFA members to share who we are and the amazing things we do. Today, we'll be looking at some of the similarities and differences between our organizations. I'll start off with one of the most obvious things that we have in common. Leadership. Your club has a commitment to growing leaders, and so do we. We both give our members opportunities to better their public speaking, plan events, and we both have officers that help lead those organizations.
Hi, everyone. I'm Ava Nelson, and I'm a new member of the Kingwood FFA chapter. I'm excited to be speaking with you all today as I learn to better my public speaking. I'm learning all sorts of things about the Kingwood FFA chapter, but what drew me to it is how FFA advocates for agriculture, much like how your club advocates for humanitarian efforts. We seek to educate our members and community about all aspects of agriculture, including where our food comes from. In fact, we recently did just that by taking our livestock to Green Tree Elementary School to allow students to interact with our animals and teach them what products come from each animal. Your club does a great job for advocating for humanitarian efforts, like providing clean water for people around the world and fighting diseases. These are definitely important issues that must be addressed for the betterment of people and our world.
Good afternoon, Rotarians. My name is Caroline Stifler, and I'm very happy to be here with all of you. I would like to highlight that both of our organizations are service-oriented. Your primary motto is service above self, concentrating on 5 different areas of service: your club, community, vocation, international service, and youth service. In our first year's FFA members, we learned that the FFA motto is learning to do, doing to learn, earning to live, and living to serve. Your community or organization sets a great example for our members. You're showing that we don't have to stop serving when we become adults, and that service can be a way of life that is purpose-filled. We follow your example when we give tacos out to teachers, over 300 of them every single year. No one ever said that service had to be manual labor. Serving tacos was a lot of fun, but I personally think traveling is a little bit more fun. I love how you sponsor international students to come into our community in order to experience our country and culture. We've actually had some of those students in our FFA program. FFA also provides us with the opportunity to go out and learn about agriculture in those other countries. I think it's so great that we both value learning from others around the world.
A fun thing both of our organizations have in common too are our jackets and emblems. The National Blue FFA jacket of the National FFA organization is recognized around the country with its large corn gold emblem on the back. Here's Caroline holding it. This is what it looks like. The cross section of the ear of corn represents unity, as corn is grown in all 50 states and territories of the U.S. The plow represents the hard work needed in order to succeed in agriculture, and the owl represents the wisdom we need to succeed. For example, your blazers and the golden Rotarian emblem are also very distinctive. Your blazers with all their pins show where you've been and what you've done. And your emblem has 24 teeth around the outside that represent the 24 hours in a day in which you have to live life and serve. Your emblem's 6 spokes also symbolize important things such as family, actions, and friendship.
Did y'all know that?
No. I tried to tell them a little bit about Rotary. They know more about it.
We appreciate all the donations you make to many in our community, including the support for our students who sell their animals in the Humboldt Livestock Auction. We follow your example when we collect canned goods for ham at Santa's Farm every year, and it's on Friday. Oh, typically, we are not actually as generous as you, and we are the recipients of your generosity, and we really appreciate that. So thank you so much for everything that you have done for our students. Speaking of fundraisers, we both have raffles that are a big deal in the community. We raffle off a side of beef that was raised by one of our very own members, and y'all raffle off a Corvette. Sure, that beef tastes absolutely delicious, but let's be honest, it's hard to compete with a Corvette. Our raffle helps to fund our trips to the National FFA convention and to events just like this one, whereas your raffles help to fund your dozens of service projects. Okay, another thing we can't really compare is how our organizations are structured. Our Kingwood FFA chapter has three main parts: the FFA, our agriculture classes, and our SAEs, or supervised agricultural experiences. You're probably familiar with the FFA. It is the national organization that allows us to compete in leadership competitions, career development events, speaking contests, and so much more. Our agriculture classes cover topics like ag mechanics or welding, animal sciences, and floral design. Our SAEs are personalized experiences where you can raise an animal, compete with a welded project that you made, or you can raise an animal and compete with that. Your organization structure is a lot easier to understand. Your members come to meetings like this one every week where you eat, you connect with each other as business professionals, and you work together to complete service projects. And lastly, both of our organizations have a focus on vocations. You guys work with vocational services such as the Lakeland Literacy, the Dolly Parton Foundation, and various ISD scholarships. And we have a focus on ag vocations by helping our students get industry-based certifications. As you can see, we have a lot of similarities and some differences too. But in the end, we're each part of great organizations. There seems to be one theme throughout all of this, and that's that we both do what we can to better our community. Both of our clubs have a big impact on the community. Your club has made a huge impact on our members, as we've seen throughout the years through your selfless service. We appreciate your support, and our hope is to continue our great relationship with the Lake Houston Area Rotary Club. Thank you.
Going off, there can be questions. All right. Alan's not here, so someone.
Information about our grades.
Well, did you know there's 1.4 million people? Did I share that? I didn't hear that from you. You guys were amazed. You ladies were amazing.
When I heard it was going to be FFA here, I got excited, like there might be a land, but you guys were.
It's a land. It's a land.
I just wanted to comment, and I think all of us were really impressed. Your speaking skills were outstanding.
Yeah.
Really great, organized presentation. So just thank you for everything you do. That was very, very impressive. Thanks for being here.
Question over here.
Oh.
The speakers seem to always be ladies, right? The speakers that come.
Yeah, I think most of the time, at least for PR.
Well, who's in charge of our club? The ladies. I mean, Valerie, Pam. Oh, question.
What year are you individually? What, seniors, juniors?
Me and Caroline are seniors and Ava's a freshman.
Oh,
All right, so for,
I have a go. I raise a go. Exactly. And then I have a lamb and then I'll be getting chicken. So I do not have. Would you like how's your animals at the farm? They're really good. Yeah, so they're over there. They're loves it. He knows all the secret holes though and how to get to his pen. So yeah, it's all here at the new building. Yes. The old building. Yes, my sister used to raise animals. I know it's crazy, but
I live in Ellsboro, so I drive out that way. And
yeah.
I love seeing you guys like walk.
Yes.
so you'll have to remember from, I think it was the 2018 bond, we were able to build, so when the school district comes to the community for bonds, it's to support programs like this. So we built a new ag facility that's located off of Mills Branch. Ford Road. Ford Road, thank you. Yeah,
Little
kind of turns, curves.
Who built that place?
It was DP construction.
All right, there you go. $5 for the advertisement.
And see, we kept it in-house even, we're up there, a good Rotarian. But, it's a beautiful facility, so if you ever get an opportunity to attend anything like Friday night.
Yes.
that's
Yes,
open-
Santa's Farm is Friday night, 6 to 9.
If y'all do wanna come visit, see all the animals, that's your chance to come.
Is it at the ag barn?
Yes.
So tell us about Santa's night.
Santa's Farm?
Santa's Farm.
Santa's Farm is a night we do every year where we have the barns open for anyone who wants to come and see any animals or get some face painting done. And we also have a canned food drive that you can bring your cans and donate to. We also have, where if you all have any young kids, grandkids, anything, we have a Santa where they can come meet and there's free cookies and hot chocolate. Then we have, no, what's it called? When we drive. Oh, and we have a nativity scene too, where we have all the FFA, the Green Hand members, which is what I am. It's first year members at FFA, where we just get to volunteer for a little bit. They're like 30-minute shifts, and then we get to just perform for everybody. Yes, where Jesus lives.
You have to bring canned foods or what's the option?
You don't have to, but it's all optional. It is very much appreciated.
That you're looking for.
In order to get there, you have to park at K Park and then ride a bus from K Park to the ag barns.
Yes, there is shuttle buses that will
Yes.
take you over there. So.
How long because the shuttle buses, when does the last bus leave? Okay, so yeah, the last bus leaves around 8:45 and it is 6 to 9.
What time at Cape Park?
Whatever time you feel free, just between 6 and 9.
I think it's open. Everything's free, I think, to get into. So just come. It's really fun. But
Are you gonna do the hayride?
are we doing the hayride this year? No, not this year. I'm not coming.
Yep. Our exchange student Alma from Germany, her next host family, their daughter, Peyton, herself, she has a lamb. She invited us to come Friday night, so it sounds like fun, but I didn't know we had to meet at Big Park.
Well, the shuttle, I'll actually do this for the rodeo. I'll park at Humble High and they run shuttles because it's just easier. I don't have to fight any of the traffic. They take you right to the gate there when you're there. It's gonna be the same here. The shuttles will just keep running, so if you only want to stay 30 minutes and go back to your car at K Park, it's really easy. I would encourage you to do that. And that way you don't have to fight any traffic. You just sit back and enjoy. They'll drop you off right there.
Yes, everything's decorated and stuff, but it's gonna be really fun. It's a really big activity, one of the biggest ones that FBA puts on. It's completely free to get into, and I think Celia was saying we expect about 3,000 people to show up. It's a very big event, but it's very fun. It's a great activity.
All the talk. Yeah, buses run nonstop. Okay, so for seniors, right? What's plans for next year?
So I hope to go to college at Jacksonville University to be a flight nurse, which that's like life flight in a helicopter. That is my hope so far. So not really FFA related, but yeah.
That's right.
I plan on attending Texas State University. Yes, for graphic design, so if you maybe see some of my billboards out there, just like know that I was here once.
Any other questions? I always have to ask this, just so, make sure everyone understands. What school district are you in?
That's a trick question.
What is this guy?
Well, if you don't know, we're in trouble.
We want to give you a token of our appreciation. Point here that says service of both selves, and on the back it's a four-way test, which we always recommend. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you all for being here.
Yes, thank you so much for
They did great. Yes. Yeah, they're awesome. All right, so a little bit of time. Do we have any update on because when we turn the year, we usually start talking about the raffle and the golf tournament and all of that. Anything we need to update anyone on yet? No? No?
Dues? Monthly dues?
Dues? Dues? Stay current on your dues? Yes? Please do. You're gonna get a letter.
Or a call?
That's right, Santa's naughty list. All right. Well, thank you all. I can't believe this first, what I call a semester, being in the school business, this first semester is almost over. And so that's just hard to believe. It's been an honor to be here. I know, that's what I know. Well, I do want to thank everyone for last week. That takes a lot of work to put that dinner together and get that organized. And so for everyone that did that, thank you, Valerie, Anna, all everybody. It was a lot of fun. Eric for doing the MCing and lessons and the games. It wouldn't be the same. And
His walled outfit.
his walled outfit.
Music. That's every Christmas now. That's my Christmas outfit now. I love it.
So everybody did great. So, ladies, again, we want to thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
Wonderful. We'll be there Friday night. Looking forward to that. That's gonna be a lot of fun. No, that'll be fun. No, we'll be with Elvis. Elvis has left the building. All right, the four-way test. We always end with the four-way test, and of course, they can probably tell us that. They know you. The four-way test of the things we think, say, or do. First,
Is it the truth?
Second,
Is it fair to all concerned?
third,
Will it build goodwill and better friendships?
fourth.
Will it be beneficial to all concerned?
Also,
Tamara brought this on behalf of the FFA to the club.
oh, thank you so much. This is awesome. It'll look great in my house. Hey, I'm president.
He gets to take it home.
No, I'm just joking. If somebody really wants that, but I know none of you do, so there you go. All right, you all, thank you so much. We've done the four-way test, service above self. Have a great week, and we'll see everyone next Thursday. Light of the World Church.